Hello to my Pisces. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's see what's going on in your cards. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Keeping your vibrations high. So we're getting ready for this full moon in Sagittarius. So this is a time of illumination, expansion, truth seeking, spiritual wisdom, travel, releasing limited beliefs. So Sagittarius energy is bold, it's optimistic, it's visionary energy. So I got a couple of questions for spirit for your reading. So let's set the tone. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but wherever. So get real acquainted with your birth chart. I am polite with everyone I meet. That's right. Be polite with everyone that you meet. So I am a source inside of you. That's right. Be polite with everyone that you meet. So that is the tone that's being set here in your reading. So oh, right. All right. Yeah, it's about spreading that light energy, spreading light. All right, so let's do it. 777, face fear. So three things are closed out. So your angels are asking you to release the fear of the unknown, to trust the universe and give up your control over what's going to happen next. So they're telling you not to fear the future, but rather embrace it with faith that it's all in your best interest. It is perfect in design, brought to you by your most trusted guides. Go into an easy sitting position with your hands upturned on your knees for a few moments as you honor your faith in the future. Honor your faith in the future. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Let's see. Okay. So in terms of revelation and release, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, planet of good luck, good fortune, like what's on the horizon, right? So you're thinking about somebody is fortunate to be enlightened about like polarity as it relates to this cycle. We started out a cycle. I mean, started out this cycle in the moon in Gemini. So you're somebody feels like you're coming into the light about the duality of your zodiac sign, right? That in this year of 9, that all Pisces are not the same, right? All Pisces are not the same. Whether you're sun, moon, rising, wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, you're connecting with that part of yourself and really learning that part, like really studying that part of yourself, right? And recognizing that your psychic gifts can be used in any, whatever your purpose is in life, whatever your purpose, you can use those psychic gifts in any. So I'm seeing soulmate energy here. So this is the light and dark. This is your the duality of you, right? There's both of your hands, you. So you kind of sort of know, like, okay, the light and dark of yourself, like just, and so you have an idea. You have a lot of ideas moving forward, and so this is where, okay, like what scares you, like, and so say face your fear, like what is your fear? This is what you're praying, you're praying to source about. Like this is where you're saying, okay, I have faith in source. Face your fear, right? What are your fears? When something is closed out and you're asking yourself why does certain things keep trying to come into, like, creep into your spirit to scare you, what is it? What is it? What certain things? It's like sources saying, okay, it's like sources saying take a leap of faith, like this person right here. Y'all never what's the name? They had this game on was it Instagram or YouTube? It was one of those challenges. Because I feel like somebody's afraid to like be fully, like really trust source, like fully trust the creator. Somebody feel like they would feel foolish if they were 100% like just go all out for source, like the creator, right? I'm not trying to preach to anybody, trying to, this is not about religion. This is like somebody's like all in with source. But somebody would think that they would look foolish, or somebody would try to make a fool out of you, right? And people would talk about you or whatever. So yeah, be polite with everybody. Like, be polite with everyone that you meet. Yeah, and some people are going to be behind, trying to create some kind of friction, trying to be like, you know, so source is trying to teach you how to be conservative with your time, trying to teach you how to be conservative with your time, like face your fear. Here we have Page of Pentacles here. I feel like somebody has this, I was feeling like they have this whole new lease on life. You're learning how to be, like I said, polite with everyone that you meet. And it's not because of who, they are. Sources inside of the creator is inside of everything and everyone, right? Um, So, yeah, some people are behind constantly having you move from place to place to place. So, like, if you have kids, like having you put out of places. Like, some people are behind that. They love that. That's what fuels their fire. But Source is saying you being polite with everyone that you meet, you know, it's because that's who you are. That could be just who you are. You're just a person who's just polite with everyone that you meet. So, and somebody may see you being polite with people and have an issue with that. So that's what I'm saying in your cards. So your first question here, in terms of revelation and release, is what truth is being illuminated for you now? That's it was asking spirit. What truth is being illuminated for you now, right? For somebody, it is, no matter who people are, somebody is compassionate. There's a lot of people who don't look at race, skin color, religious beliefs, or whatever. They're just compassionate towards humans, mankind, compassionate towards people, places, and things, pets, people. Like, you just polite. This one saying, I am polite with everyone I meet. This right here. So it doesn't really matter where Pisces is called in your birth chart. Yeah. Yeah, so, and somebody could think that's foolish to be polite with everyone, that you meet. And so some people could feel like they don't want you to be a part of something because you are polite, with everyone, that you meet. So here we have the Ten of Swords here, but I see you thriving. Something about something about somebody connects with people, right? And so emotionally, somebody gonna feel like they hit the jackpot because of the connection that you make with people. It's like how you connect. So somebody, again, three things are closed out. The Source is saying, face your fear. Face your fear. Continue being polite with everyone that you meet, because there's somebody in that you have in common. There's people that you have in common that's just like that. They also have psychic abilities, and they pick up on people's energy. They read people's energy very, very well. It's not just about the outer. This is the water. It's not just about the outer, and they are carrying memories with them too, like in their on them, in their wallet, like they say they're holding on to memories as well, and they keep things very close to them, like they keep things very close to them, especially when um people have gone out of their way to try to make them feel worthless. And this is what a lot of people have in common. A lot of people have it in common, right? If somebody is saying that you are, whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't really matter. Somebody is saying that you're a great parent, that you are, yeah. So that should make somebody feel, worthy of being in receiving of whatever you're receiving. Something about some money is coming across somebody's path, but it's not just about money. It's about, like, just knowing your worth and knowing your value. There's a lot of money coming to someone because of that. A lot of money coming to someone. And it's coming in quick. It's coming in fast. I feel like with looking at your reading here, so that's the revelation and a release. The moon, I believe, is still in Scorpio, so that's where you're purging a lot of that self-doubt and just feeling worthless, like other people hold the key to you getting behind closed doors, or like other people. It's almost like somebody may feel like they needed a co-signer in order to get somewhere in life. They needed to be aligned with someone to get somewhere in life. And so Source is saying, like, you needed a soulmate that's going to help you to get somewhere. But Source is saying somebody is learning how to be a little bit more independent. And Source is saying to you, you're learning how to carry, you like to flush out the negative memories. Somebody's learning how to travel light. And yeah, you're learning how to travel light, and like you're very reflective. You're just learning how to travel light through life, right? You're learning how to, yeah, here we have some energies did something behind your back. What's the polarity sign of this? It could be an organization, or like a religious organization, or a Taurus may have done something behind your back, like in terms of somebody's mental health, or someone's, like they created something around your mental health or something like that, to almost, I guess, something around to help as far as somebody, because somebody saw money coming across your path. Somebody saw a lot of money coming across somebody's path. They saw some new lease on life. Somebody thought you was like holding on to something. And so somebody quickly jumped on some. Somebody had some ideas and quickly jumped on to something. Like somebody swung into action real fast. Somebody thought some money was coming across your path and swung into action, like they hit the jackpot with something, right? And then all of a sudden, and just like just something just like swung into effect. But something is now over. Yeah, so somebody, as soon as somebody heard that some big money was coming across somebody's path, as quickly as these energies heard some money was coming across your path, that's how quickly they entered into. But as soon as they heard you were moving on from something, that's how quickly they left. That's the sort of saying somebody was dealing with a master manipulator. Soon as you know, yeah. So somebody, that's why. So when somebody is learning how to just be polite with everyone that they meet, just be polite with everyone that you meet. So there's a Three of Swords here. I feel like somebody, this is what you have in common with somebody, like, is that you've talked about everything you've gone through, like surgeries, heartbreaks. If you went through a divorce, I don't know who I'm talking to. If you went through any kind of a divorce, heartbreak, something that was like deeply, deeply hurtful, disappointing, wherever these energies were, they got what they needed. They were able to manipulate the energies, because they're kindred. Whoever these two energies are, they're kindred spirits. They got what they needed to do. Went to court, like I said, behind somebody's back, got what they needed to get. As soon as they heard something, they was in your, they entered somebody's life very quickly. When it came to, they felt like you were right there at the cusp of getting ready to get some big money or something. If you didn't get some money, if you could have been right there at that door about to get something. They right there smiling, grinning. Whoever the energy is, as soon as somebody says, "Oh well, no, something's not going through," or whatever the case may be, as quickly as they ain't waste no time. Time for them. Whoever, I don't know who these energies are. Time for whoever these energies are is money. They're like, they ain't dealing with that. They're moving on. So that's a revelation, and to help somebody to release something. And so, what adventure or risk is Pisces being spiritually prepared for? And this was kind of was on your adventure here. It's just like learning how to, just kind of sort of be responsible, kind of sort of for yourself, and just learning duality of yourself, learning duality of all parts of yourself, like not being your own worst enemy. When you've had other people's backs, and as soon as they get a chance to like stab you in the back, do something to you behind your back, take you to court, you don't even know that people taking you to court. You don't even know what the heck is going on. It's two energies, very sneaky, did something and behind somebody's back in court to somebody that they was married to. This may have happened to you. When you come in contact with energy like that, source is saying, the best you can do is pray for people. Pray for people, pray for their strength. But leave the foolishness behind. Leave the foolishness behind. Just move on with your life. So source is saying, you're on top of something. Like you're really on top of something. This is Jupiter is one of Pisces ruling planets. But everybody has Jupiter in their birth chart. So when I'm reading cards, I'm reading to every placement in your birth chart, but I'm also speaking to all of your planets. Like I really push birth charts in my readings because I really want people to really get in tune with themselves. Like and um it's to really celebrate self, like celebrate what the creator create the assignment you have here on this job where you can help someone else, help to enlighten other people in a very positive way because it's something we can all teach each other. You can learn from everything on this planet. So somebody is going into hermit mode and learning how to be a little bit more detailed in terms of analyzing, like just sort of analyzing some things because three energies, something happened in somebody's life in terms of three energies that just really kind of sort of like struck a memory of some kind of a fear in somebody, like wow, these energies would do something like this, like for somebody who don't even know what the heck is going on. They just struck fear in you and somebody, like you and somebody's heart, like they would do this behind somebody's back, like they do this shady, like somebody could be really that shady, like what the heck. So yeah, so higher purpose and wisdom. So source, what is Pisces soul guiding them to explore or to study, right? So ninth house is all about higher education. So somebody may be going back to school for something in terms of higher education. It's also about philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, and values. I mean, just ethics and morals, excuse me, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. So there's a number of things that somebody can be doing with their psychic gifts. You can pull your birth chart, find out your north node, find out what your purpose is. Why are you here? So you're making sure you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your time and your money. Just kind of trying to just seeing what feels good. You can kind of narrow it down, like structure it in a way. The polarity to this justice card would be Aries. We're not talking about any Aries that but Aries rules first house. And first house is all about personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life. So somebody can really get it structured and say, okay, I have psychic abilities and psychic gifts. Everybody does, really. That's your intuition. That's your intuition. You have a feeling about something. You just happen to know something. Because your water has been in different places on earth. Even if you lived on the same street your whole life, you've been to the corner and back, or you looked out the window, you've seen people you got upstairs and downstairs. You've been like how to even if you. And I'm not saying this even be funny. Like somebody has maybe even like closed their eyes and like they gotta like felt around the house. Like okay, I know if I close my eyes, I know where the dresser is. I know where the you know where I keep everything. So somebody's just learning how to structure something. But if I feel like somebody feel like they emotionally hit the jackpot, like in terms of just being around um, some energies who have helped you to balance some things out, emotionally, right? So here we have right action. So let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. Somebody's learning how to go with sources flow inside of you. That's what you're learning how to do. Just go along with sources flow inside of you. All right. So somebody could be going back to school and studying something. But how can Pisces align more fully with their life's mission or dharma, right? The good that's trying to flow into your life. And that's again facing fear. What's somebody's fear? Like the good that's trying to flow to you. Get some fresh air. Somebody could be getting some fresh air. Somebody's failed at stealing your identity, you know. So failing at stealing your identity could mean a whole lot of things, right? Because there's a lot of different psychic gifts. I don't know what your psychic gifts are, but it looks like somebody has many. Like somebody could feel like they hit the jackpot. This could be somebody's. This could literally be someone's north node. Somebody could have hit the jackpot in terms of having a lot of creative gifts. Somebody could come from a really creative family, and somebody could help you. You know, coming in contact with people that can help you to really control your, become more emotionally intelligent and more um, emotionally mature is going to really help somebody um, moving forward. You have the gift of clear cognizance, the psychic knowledge about other people, right? So create the change that you want. So that's the creator inside of you saying, create the change that you want. First red flag, pray and meditate. That's going to be the polarity justice card. That's so that you're not doing an injustice to yourself, right? The angel of prophecy of wisdom is with you, and you made a positive impact on them, whoever they are. Listen to your intuition. Don't return their call, whoever they are. I don't know who they are, but don't look back. You won't be looking back. Who are these people? Somebody could have been married to, I don't know. And marriage is not just a romantic thing. It could have been married in business. You could have been married to somebody in business. You could have been in business with somebody. Meaning that you could have worked. You could have had your own personal business, or you could have been married. Like you could have worked with some people. And somebody was trying to make you. Energies were trying to make somebody look like a fool behind their back, literally like make somebody look like they were mentally incompetent or incapable of like standing alone. So like they needed somebody to partner with them to um like they couldn't make decisions on their own. So somebody misses you, but yeah, you're not looking back. Somebody secretly has a crush on you. So the spy is now turned on. Yeah, so here we have throat chakra cleanse. So it's time to do a throat chakra cleanse. Usually there's somebody that, how it works a lot of times is usually it's somebody that you know. Somebody you could be watching somebody that your first was a little confused about, like, okay, first I'm watching somebody, I don't know why our spirits seem like kindred spirits, right? But it's always something like when you're learning, like you're closing out cycles, is that because we can all learn something from each other, right? So something at first could have felt like, okay, I'm looking at something. Water is reflective, so it could have been like you watching videos, like you could be watching YouTube channels or somebody on Instagram or TikTok. TikTok got a new challenge every day, probably. Something you could have been watching, but something for you could have really drawn somebody's attention because somebody could have said, like you had somebody's back, but when it was time where somebody could have changed your life in court, they chose not to. Somebody chose not to. They chose to just move on. They just chose to move on. So somebody's an incubus. That's a male sex demon, right? So somebody is overtaken by their demons, right? And so source is saying, somebody could have been dealing with some energies that you may, in hindsight, they're saying they didn't realize they were being controlled by their demons, and that could be the absolute truth, that they were controlled by their demons, and that's why somebody is, praying for to energy strength. That's why, and that's completely optional. That's completely optional. Like I said, you're polite with everyone that you meet, so you're praying for two people's strength. Because somebody's driven by the same thing they were trying to project on you. They're driven by the same thing, and so when they're overtaken by demons, they're not. It's a different spirit that comes out, totally different spirit. But they're planning to disrupt your money, backfire. Money is your self worth. Somebody was like trying to disrupt your self worth, like trying to make you feel worthless. So something for somebody is just a transaction. That was it. Well, these two energies, or three, in this case, it could be three energies with just a transaction. So it's time for you maybe to schedule a vacation to go somewhere. So somebody's thinking about what they're going to be studying possibly in school, but also higher wisdom and purpose and wisdom. So what's next? What is Pisces soul guiding them to explore and study next? And again, it could be a number of things around your gifts, but somebody's gonna start with their birth chart and find out what their north node is, um, and then start maybe in that direction. And also being grateful for, just like part of the village that helped to pour into you. That's also big too. Is like always being grateful for the part of the village that poured into you. Like I think we can all go back and look at the people who poured something into us at some point, whether you still keep in contact with people or not. That's when you learn how to travel light to life, whether people are still alive, whether you still talk to people, whatever. You learn how to close out cycles. Now, what their version of the story could be something totally different. But for you, you're carrying the lightness with it. Like I remember the good memories. Now you may be shocked, you know, but yeah, so here we have outrageous openness. So, dear love, open me to your will, release me from my attachment, surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I'm open to receive. We're open to receive. So, yeah, I feel like somebody is not going to assume anything anymore. Like, here's the justice card right here. You're not going to assume, like, whenever you hear stuff, I always tell people, like, keep your vibrations high because you could hear things. Like, somebody could be like, oh, um, um, somebody could say something about something that somebody said up to you that was very hurtful in the past. But if you know that's not who you are, you move on, like heal from something or whatever. You hear something in a reading, and you know that's not who you are. You move on. At first, so I'm like when I read cards, I read the polarity of all of this. This right here, polarity of Libra would be Aries. The polarity of Virgo would be Pisces. The polarity of Leo would be Aquarius. The polarity of Cancer would be Capricorn. So, and I'm also looking at the planets, the planetary alignments, and what that means when I'm reading cards too. The point is like learning yourself, like learning like the shadow side of yourself and healing from the shadow side of yourself, so that everything is not taken like because you're a mutable sign, you're not just going along with the flow and just believing everything that you hear. Somebody brings some information back to you. Oh, they must somebody talk about. I watched something. Somebody told me something, and they must be talking about you. Maybe not. Maybe somebody's not talking about you. Here we have courage. Let me begin to courageously take the steps that are shown. Yeah, somebody is um somebody is getting married. So, and let me say this. Okay, if you don't have marriage on your mind, you have no uh intentions on wanting to be married, then that part is not for you. That's why readers say take what resonates with you. But somebody has been thinking about marriage. Somebody has been thinking about marriage in hermit mode. So if you've been in hermit mode and you've left behind a lot of distractions and you've been thinking about marriage or not thinking about marriage, then, or let's say you're in hermit mode and you're not thinking about marriage and there are people around you that's not familiar or whoever, whatever. You haven't talked to people in a long time. People from your past. This right here, the polarity of this is Pisces, right? You could be dealing with a low vibrating Pisces who is assuming that, okay, they haven't talked to you in a long time. You're in hermit mode, minding your business. They could assume that you got married somewhere and you may be married to your job. You could be married to the organization that you belong to. You could be a volunteer somewhere. I mean, so, like I said, you're taking from somebody's learning how to just take good memory, travel light. That's what I'm saying. Traveling light, traveling through, life in a light way. So, that's somebody learning how to do. Let me see what else we got going on here. Yeah. If somebody is hearing about, like somebody learning how to move on beyond A lot of heartbreak. And this is what you have in common. Somebody learning how to. The people talking about we have people behind their back. It just so anyway. I see you scheduling a vacation and and moving on from something. So let me see. What we got? Anything else? So courage and expansion. So where in life is Pisces ready to take a bold leap? Okay, it could be marriage. Somebody could be really seriously thinking about taking. I mean, getting married. I mean, getting. I'll say getting marriage. getting getting married. Getting marriage. Oh my gosh, talking too fast, child. Here we have Queen of Swords here. So somebody could have fanned somebody could have like fanned the flames. Like somebody could have said, "Okay, I could that." You know, you could have maybe tossed an idea, something around, and somebody could have said, "Okay." So maybe you have an idea, like you and somebody have an idea of maybe kind of sort of settling down and you know doing some things. So yeah. So I see you receiving some money. I see you receiving some money, right? So I do see your money growing because the seed was already planted. The seed was already planted. You're right there at the door, and I see big money coming across your path. Um, looks like, hmm, somebody has an idea about plants or some kind of like greenery or something because these are creative ideas. Because I'm looking at this group of people here. So you can maybe see it on the cards here. Like see these people, they have plants in their hand. They have somebody has a truck. Because it looks like a hmm so somebody is creating something. So something probably along, healthier lifestyle. Um, more than likely, because we're speaking about sixth house here. Somebody could be thinking about sixth house, maybe something along a healthier lifestyle. Sixth house is about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. And I'm looking at this number 6 here, and also Pentacles, which was so a Virgo. It could be the Virgo in you or a Virgo involved, but something in your spirit is more of like really thinking about what can you create that is beneficial health wise to mankind. So that's something you could be married to, right? But also maybe thinking about learning how to legally protect that whatever you're creating. So that could be something for someone. And so I feel like something may take off fast for you, whoever you are. Something may take off pretty fast for you, right? Yeah. So that is what I have for you, whoever you are. Let me see if there's anything else. But yeah, that's what the moon in Sagittarius is all about. That's what the moon in Sagittarius is all about. We're not talking about any Sagittarius that you know, but Sagittarius rules ninth house. Everybody has a ninth house in their birth chart. Find out what your sign is in your ninth house. And um, that's something that somebody's thinking about, like just get some rest. Get some rest. Because you're closing something out. Something you're closing out. But you're finally getting some rest on something. So yeah. But you're learning how to look at the light and dark of things. But something is you're closing something out. But anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you all in the next video. Bye.